I want to get a discount so that I can get my purchases for cheaper by being loyal.
Okay.
See how it's the perspective of the user?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So the next one, special prices to wholesale customers. As a wholesale customer, I want to get special prices. Yeah, so that I can buy stuff cheaper, so I can save money or whatever.
Sure.
As a user, I want to get rewarded if I buy high volumes of trees. Would be the next one. Yeah, and then the acceptance test would say if they buy more than 10 trees, then they get free freight.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
See how often the details in the acceptance test, they can be quite good because then you can change that.
Okay.
You might have another user story that's, as the admin, I want to be able to change the conditions for free freight or the reward for high volume or the conditions for being a VIP. That's the admin as a user. They want to change it on the back end. Yeah. So I think you need to rewrite those as user stories.
Okay.
All right.
So as Peter, okay. So they're not called product owner stories. They're called user stories. Okay, so it's always as some kind of user.
Okay.
Okay.
So as a user, I want to be able to get advice. Yeah. You're thinking like developers, and you're thinking in terms of the system, really, aren't you? You're thinking the system should be able to provide the customer with interest, but you can't call it the system, so you're calling it Peter.
Okay.
But a user story is saying, what does a user want to be able to do? Now, Peter is specifying what a user will want to be able to do. So as a user, they want to be able to get interesting facts about the tree type and so on and so on. We might talk to some users and it turns out they don't like that. So we throw that user story out. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of these are, the post-sales stuff is less important, but I still want it.
All right.
So all this post-sales stuff. So I guess if I were to summarize, now that I'm Peter again, if I were to summarize, it would be, I want a first page, is a high priority, that shows things like let's see, new trees, some news and interest, and maybe select a tree or browse the trees, or browse garden supplies, or log in or register.
All right.
So that first page I really like to see. And then the most important user stories relate to being able to select a tree.
All right.
So you can see how I'm trying to create value is making it really easy, low risk to buy a tree.
Okay.
I'd like them to be able to select the tree based on the application. So that's something like, do you need a shelter, a windbreak? Do you want to grow more fruit for your family, to keep your healthy family healthy? Let's see, why build a fence when you can grow a hedge? That kind of thing. So that if someone wants to do one of those things, and I'm encouraging them to, we'll then click on that and it'll take them to suitable trees for that application. And we might have a few more questions for them, like, what is the soil type, how much sunshine do they get, and that might narrow it down. Yeah. So by application is one way to select a tree. If they can actually select it by searching for a tree type or a tree name, or they can select it by conditions, and then once they've got a list of trees that are candidates, they can refine their filter by selecting more conditions, like is it sunny, how much sun will you have, do you want trees that can handle a lot of sun, a little sun, a lot of maintenance and so on, all those things we talked about before. They can also look at what their tree will look like in their own garden using that photograph. And once they're happy with all that, they can then add that tree to their favourites. So they've got a list of favourites. They can buy the tree. They can get more information on the tree. When I say they can buy it, I mean they can add it to their order. Yeah, because they'll need to gather stuff, I guess, into a shopping cart kind of thing, won't they?
All right.
What else? Yeah, so that whole tree selection, I think, is important. All the different ways of selecting it, and the look of the home page, even if some of it doesn't quite work yet. I just like to see what we can put on that home page to make it really interesting.
Okay. All right.
And then they need to be able to select trees to order, and then they need to be able to review their order or their shopping cart. And once they're happy, and then they need to select a delivery method.
Okay.
So that could be picking it up themselves, and then they need to select where they want to pick it up from. Or it could be, do they want fast delivery, or normal delivery, or overnight delivery, or even same day delivery. And each of those will have a different cost depending upon what they've ordered.
Options, yeah.
And then they can pay, so all the trees and the delivery, and they can pay by credit card or PayPal, and then that sends an email to our warehousing and order guys. And if there's a problem, they can phone them up. So when they do the delivery part, you need to capture their address and their phone number. We've already got their email because they must have logged on. Their name. And be any special details of where they would like us to leave the trees, or if there are dangerous pets. They've got a pet tiger roaming around in the yard, or violent children or something like that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, we will design the home page this week, and we will present it to you by the end of this week.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also when they select a tree, I'd like us to recommend what they buy with the tree.
Mhm.
We recommend you buy this fertilizer or
Yeah.
these pruning shears, or this other tree goes well along with this tree, or stuff like that. Yep.
Okay.
And then there's all the after sales. Oh, and also, of course, when they do their order, we have to apply any discounts. So if they're a VIP, so on. Yeah. So selecting a tree, collecting the order, and applying freight and discounts, and if there's any, like sometimes we'll have promotional vouchers, they can enter the code for that, and then that gives them a total amount, and then they can pay that by credit card.
All right.
And then all the after sales stuff is, we can send, well, I guess we send them an email confirming the order will be the last part of that as well. So you can just show me examples of what the email would look like once it's sent.
Can you elaborate about the Amazon Dash button you were looking for?
Oh, okay. Have you seen Amazon Dash?
Yep, we've seen the
Yeah.
video. Yeah.
Right. So all I want is we want to set them up so that they can just put Amazon Dash buttons on their garden shed, and they want more fertilizer, bam, they just push a button.
Okay.
So it'll be more garden consumables rather than trees.
Okay.
The buttons are for.
Okay.
So I'm thinking more plant food or fertilizer or snail bait or weed killer or those kinds of things.
Okay.
So customers should also be able to add all of those things to their order as well.
Okay.
So they need to be able to select from those as well.
Okay.
So garden supplies, trees, all of that.
All right.
So all of those should be. So on that homepage, there should be like tips and tricks, so news or tips.
Yeah.
Specials, garden supplies and trees. Popular, so they can look at popular trees and stuff. Special applications or browse. From that homepage, they'll go off to any of those different things. And they should be able to log in or register if they haven't registered.
Okay.
I don't know, they probably ought to be able to register at any stage. They won't be able to make an order without registering.
Okay.
And if they do make an order that requires delivery, well, we should remember all their stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Cool. So shall I keep going with this? Yeah, we can see all the stuff I'm putting into must-have at the moment. I mean, it's all must-have, I guess, but in terms of the order,
Okay.
it's all the select the tree stuff.
Okay.
Select and browse trees and garden supplies.
Okay.
And all the after-sale stuff
Yeah.
for later.
Okay.
Yeah. It's less important, but still there. Yeah, okay.
All right.
So, what would you like to see at the end of this week? We'll come up with whatever work we've
Everything.
done.
What
Since
can you deliver by the end of the week? Show me.
Okay.
okay, so what we I think from your requirements, we'll try to
I don't want fry to.
no, we will come up with the homepage and a majority of the must-haves by the first week, and then we
Okay, so I'll go back to being Jim.
Okay.
So what you need to do is not say the majority, or we might do, or you want to go away and say, look, we'll get back to you and tell you exactly which stories we will commit to.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah?
Alright. Okay.
And the idea in your head is you will definitely do that.
Okay.
So don't be optimistic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Under promise.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's much better to say, we promised you those 3, and actually we were able to do these 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay? And then your partner will go, whoa, cool. Rather than say, well, we'll do these 6. Oh, we only did these 5.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Okay.
But you need to say, we'll definitely do these.
Sure.
And you probably shouldn't do that on the fly while talking to the product owner.
Okay.
That's something that you as the developers or the requirements engineers would go away and talk about.
Okay.
Which, how much work is this involved? How much work? How many personnels have we got? How many personnels will this take? How about this? How about this? How about this? Right, let's add it up. Yeah, can we do that in 40 personnels or 80 personnels or however many you've got per week?
Okay.
And then you'll come back and say, here we are, Jim. Here are the story cards that we will definitely do. I mean, Peter. Okay?
All right.
Okay. And we've also made the team contract agreement and all of those stuff. So, do we share? How do we share it with you? We upload it on.
All documents and evidence you can put on the wiki.
Okay.
All right. We have already put up the team agreement.
Yeah.
Yep, so you can upload that.
Okay.
Yep. You can also put it. Have you got another Trello board that is about?
The
Yeah.
documents tracking, yeah.
Yeah, we have a document tracking board and the ad hoc activities tracking and a lot of other things like.
So in all, we have 3 Trello boards. One is for the user stories that we just presented to you. The second is for the documents that we need, and the third one is for the ad hoc activities that we
As a team, need to manage all of those simple
So are
events.
the activities to do with the product or
The activities in the sense mailing you stuff or remembering to upload the documents and all of those.
right?
We are also planning to create another board for individual sprints with in progress and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
After designing the sprint, we will be creating that specifically for
Yeah.
the sprint.
Right. Good. I mean, it is possible to combine all of those,
Yeah.
but of course it'll get a bit muddled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people combine them by having things like tasks being a different color
Okay.
or
Yeah.
things like that. So the thing that is your documents Trello board, that's probably what I want on the wiki.
Okay.
So basically, I want to look for all your documents, all the evidence
Okay.
on the wiki.
Okay. Cool.
Evidence that you followed a process, so user stories, dragged along, that kind of thing. I'll look at Trello to see that. So that's to show me that you're following a nice process. But evidence of, the academic evidence that you're doing requirements engineering,
Yeah.
I will look at the wiki and all the deliverable documents on the wiki and a link to the final product on the wiki.
All right.
Okay.
So you can upload everything to the wiki and give it a nice name that I can recognize.
Okay.
And you might even structure it. You might even have a table of contents on your first page of the wiki
Okay.
with little links that take me to other bits.
Okay.
The easier it is for me to mark,
Okay.
the happier I am, the higher the mark you get.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Okay? Anything
Yeah.
else?
See you tomorrow
See
in
you.
the
Have a
lecture.
good evening.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Bye.
सब कस्टमर के हिसाब से लिखना
मेरे
है।
दिमाग में था ही यार, इसलिए उसको यूजर स्टोरीज बोलते हैं।
हाँ वही तो, हमने सेलर नहीं लिखना है,
सब एज अ यूजर ही
Yeah,
लिखना है,
compressor.
सब एज अ यूजर लिखना है, एज अ सेलर कुछ भी नहीं लिखना है। वो यूजर स्टोरी नहीं हुआ अगर एज अ सेलर हुआ तो।
Okay.
सब यूजर के हिसाब से लिखना
हाँ
है।
ठीक है, वो तो ठीक है, बट ये सब बोल के उसने और ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट कर दिया।
ये सब तो बोलते रहता है ये
हाँ,
सब।
वो तो
नहीं,
हमेशा बोलता है।
ये तो सब उसने मतलब जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स दिया वही बोला
वापस बड़बड़ कर रहा है।
हाँ, लास्ट मीटिंग में ये जो बोला ना वही वापस रिपीट किया।
नहीं वो कस्टमर है।
मॉस्को मॉडल में तू क्या बोलता है? देयर शुड बी समथिंग दैट यू डोंट
नहीं वो सुना नहीं उसने,
अबे वो सुना।
अरे ब्रेक हुआ ना वीडियो।
अरे ये बंद करो क्या? ये बंद करो क्या?
वीडियो
ये बंद
नहीं।